Some beer's just so good, you gotta hide it from your family members. And the best place that I've found is behind the vegetables in the oven. Today on Off the Rocks, we have the most appropriately named and tasting beer. Oktoberfest from Athletic Brewing. Let's go to the Tropic and see how this tastes.
I don't want no ice. Don't want no ice. I don't want no
Welcome
ice.
back to the Ticklez Tropic. The time has come. It is October, which means Oktoberfest beers. Today on the show, Athletic Brewing brewed the first non-alcoholic Oktoberfest style beer, and I am thrilled. Before we get to tasting the beer, I want to talk some shit, specifically human shit. Worldwide, 2.4 billion people do not have access to toilets. With every single roll sold, Real is changing that. They're donating toilets to communities that are in need, eliminating the risk of disease, protecting the planet. These are all things that Real is doing. Support them the way they support our show. Give Real a shot. Speaking of shots, on today's show, we're going in the complete opposite direction. From shot glass to Stein. Oktoberfest, baby. Here we come, we're going to Munich. This brew is made by Athletic Brewing. No, we've had their Run Wild IPA. I've had their Smooth Ascent Coffee Stout. And today we're doing the Oktoberfest beer, but just as a little refresher of who they are, let me read you what their can says. Pioneering a craft brew revolution. And they believe you shouldn't have to sacrifice your ability to be at your best to enjoy great brews. So they created their own innovative, refreshing lineup of non-alcoholic craft beer. Throughout their entire brand, the messaging is without compromise. Brew without compromise, life without compromise, and today we're gonna taste without compromise. I'm doubling up! The Stein is filled up. Look at the color on this. So golden. This Festbier beer has Organic Vienna malt, but also German Hersbrucker hops, and that's what's gonna make it an Oktoberfest beer. I have been waiting years for a non-alcoholic Oktoberfest beer. I cannot wait for the Real review window. I'm gonna just do this right now. Prost! Prost! There's this restrained bitterness to it, and it has this clean malt. The spices are there. You know, this is a fall beer. Sweater weather, football. Huh? Huh? Hut! Ja, gehen nach Deutschland. Let's go to Deutschland. Deutschland! I need a pretzel, a Stein, and a schnitzel. Schnitzel can't be a real word, right? How's your schnitzel? Like that just, no. Like that's like some OnlyFans fetishy type stuff. Just doesn't work. It gets better with every sip. Okay, the Stein was a little bit of an overestimate. Ankaart und Rack und Frechheit sind des Glücks op der Fahn. Blue am Glanz dieses Glücks. Blue Deutschland Vaterland. Carve a pumpkin, go for a hayride, drink a beer. Fall is here. I just made up that jingle. Feel free to use that in some sort of ad. Anyone who wants it, Athletic, I don't know. Just give me the royalties. Royalties! Birkenstocks! Grandpapa, their beer is better than ours. What are we going to do? Ha! That's right. Tell your grandpa that. And you know what else? Why don't you bring your grandpa to the Real review window with me? We'll let him actually see how many rolls this one gets. Welcome to the Real review window. Today, Athletic Brewing's second annual Oktoberfest beer. That's 3 rolls! This one is from Benny, and he writes, Richie, with the pandemic and soon to arrive winter, we'll be forced indoors but also into isolation because being indoors in public won't be safe. Any advice for those of us in that sober curious or first few weeks of sober crowd? Benny, go all in. And what I mean by that is right now is there's this opportunity where you're not forced into isolation, that you can totally work on whatever makes you feel best, what makes you feel most alive, what makes you feel happiest and healthy. Go all in on that now, so when November comes and December and winter drags on, that is not just something you're hoping to do, that's a habit, that's a structure, it's the foundation of your life, and it'll help you on the moments when we're not as strong, when there's temptation. Prioritize yourself right now. I'm always here to help with that too. Athletic has done it again. Everything that comes out of their San Diego or Connecticut brewery is just best in class. I'm happy I got a couple more of these. Don't come to the Ticklez Tropic this October. We have a full 17,000 person tent in Munich for Oktoberfest. All the real toilet paper you could want, all the beer, all the schnitzel, anything. Are we going to Oktoberfest? Anyone who actually went to Oktoberfest with me, shut your mouth. PROST!
Don't want no I. I don't want no I.